This video is brought to you by Straight Goods News, Canada's alternative online news source. Visit straightgoods.ca.
They are not at all prepared to carry out an investigation or give a response with respect to the issue of electoral fraud, either in Guelph or anywhere else. So I find that the Conservatives could, I think, easily be accused of a rather enormous double standard when it comes to this process.
The name Pierre Poutine, I think that would be interpreted as a slur by some people?
Absolutely. So would Separatist Street in Joliet. It's clearly intended to be
insulting to Quebecers, and I think it shows a lack of understanding. I mean, it's obviously somebody's idea of a bad joke, but I think most people would find it offensive.
How do you respond to the Prime Minister? Today he's depicting all of your accusations as the work of Liberal operatives. He's saying this is all coming from Liberal operatives.
Well, look, I think the Prime Minister, you know, he it's really odd to watch him. I mean, the Conservatives know one mode. They have one gear in their car. They have one mode of operation, and that is attack. I mean, we'll never slow down and say, I'm sorry, or you've made a good point, or I appreciate what you've had to say, whatever it may be. It's attack, attack, attack. So, you know, as I went into work today, I said to everybody, it's going to be, you know, you're fat, you're bald kind of day. That's just the kind of day it's going to be. And they can go on this way as long as they like, but the problem is they're not answering the basic question. They have the information. Allegations are not being made by Liberal operatives. These are not things that are coming out of anybody other than voters and people who are familiar with the facts and who are presenting that information to Elections Canada. And I think the Prime Minister should be wary of being so dismissive of the concerns that Canadians have about making sure that the electoral process is fair.
Suggestions that the illegal activity may be just concentrated in one riding?
Well, the problem is we continue to hear concerns raised from a number of other ridings, which is what I think has given rise to the concern with respect to the issue of how so much misinformation seems to have been spread, or different campaigns seem to have come up with tactics which clearly fly in the face of what anybody would consider to be fair game.
Qu'est-ce que vous pensez de l'explication de M. Denmastro?
Again today that he wants the opposition parties to provide more evidence. Election Canada documents show that they received 24 separate complaints from people saying they'd received phone calls directing them to other polling stations. Elections Canada says it doesn't make those kind of phone calls. So is it true to say there's a paucity of evidence that...
No, I think in fact that people are really in good faith trying to come forward and provide that information. Certainly we are, providing it to Elections Canada. I think it was the former Chief Electoral Officer, Mr. Kingsley, who said that from his point of view, what he had heard and what he was seeing in terms of the number of complaints and concerns was unprecedented. Those are his words, that he hadn't seen anything on this scale before. These are independent observers making these comments. These are not coming from political partisans.